My name is Erica Livermore. I work for Fridays UK and I'm the Chief Technology Officer. The brand was started in 1965 by a gentleman called Alan Stillman in New York, and Alan really wanted to create the first bars for singles. And he did that in a very innovative way. You can see that through the memorabilia and what we call the clutter that you find around the stores. It's actually ways for people to find ways of interacting with one another and telling stories and finding starters for conversation. We take that heritage through in the UK as well. We really believe in that sense of family. And that's why in here is always Friday. It's something that for us we live through and through. Every time of the day or every day of the week, our mission is that every time somebody walks through the doors, they feel like they can just relax and find that Friday feeling. Fridays UK is part of Hostmore PLC, and Hostmore PLC at its core has got a strategy based on the 4 Ds. The 4 Ds stands for drive, delivery, dine and digital. Fridays&Go sits into the drive part of that strategy. TGI Fridays is a global brand. Fridays UK operates 87 stores and growing, and we approximately serve about 12 million guests a year. In the UK, we've been around since '85, and what we really stand for is relevance, simplicity for us in everything we do, so make it easy in delivering that with a spirit of generosity. So we want our guests and our members of staff to feel that they're part of what we call the Fridays family. And for us, that sense of belonging is really, really important. Fridays&Go, it's a huge opportunity to grow a new stream to our guest journey because it makes Fridays available to different audiences as well. For us, it's really important to keep evolving our menu because obviously the UK consumer has really changed in the last few years, and we need to make sure that we continue delivering consistency but also quality. We're passionate about the quality and the provenance of our food. We are very aware of our guests having different requirements as well. So we have a meat-free offering, we have a vegetarian and vegan offering. There is really something for everybody in our restaurants. We tend to cater a lot for large family occasions, and in a group there's always somebody that's going to have some specific dietary requirement that we want to make sure we're able to cater and give them still that Friday feeling while they're here enjoying with the rest of the group. One of the first things I was involved when I joined Fridays, we had to really quickly reinvent ourselves to stay relevant and to be able to get through the pandemic unscathed. We did a lot of research in our packaging, we re-engineered our menu specifically for click and collect and delivery, and now we have our offering available through Deliveroo and Just Eat, and we recently launched a partnership with Uber Eats as well. Fridays&Go is a really exciting proposition. We wanted to make sure we could bring the Fridays experience to those city centres. It's the first in the world in terms of that proposition, and we're really proud to have brought it to Dundee. Dundee is the perfect location for us because we have some of the most outstanding universities in the United Kingdom and also football clubs and a lot of entertainment in the summer months. From our point of view, it's the ability to deliver that Fridays feeling in a concept that is more in the quick service restaurants. Because of what I do for the business, for me the most interesting part is the use of technology and how technology really enhances the experience. And when we bring the technology into the fold, it just needs to happen simply. So for us, it's very much about removing friction, allowing choice, and give the opportunity to people to have more time to interact together, so our guests feel connected to us and our members of staff actually have got more time to spend with our guests. Food we offer in Fridays&Go, it's true to the Americana offering the Fridays have. So we're not compromising on quality, we're not compromising on the offering, we're just tailoring to that quick service restaurant concept, and therefore speed of service is extremely important. As you approach the store from the main street, you find two very large digital displays in the windows, and those digital displays are the perfect marriage between technology and brand because they're very inviting and very interactive and therefore attract new audiences to our site. You can see that we've adopted in Fridays&Go a new kiosk technology. That is something that we didn't have in Fridays before, and it's something that obviously the retail industry has used for many years and now is really well accepted by our guests. And therefore, what we try to do with technology is making sure that what is transactional and needs to happen really efficiently and effectively happens. What we then done is gone a bit of a step forward. As we said, in a quick service restaurant, speed of service and the ability for us to deliver that on-the-go experience is really important. The click and collect and delivery market has grown extremely in the last 2 years, and it keeps on growing. And therefore, it's really important that our technology is there to serve our partners and our guests as well. So we brought to the UK something that is quite unique and exciting. So Fridays&Go in Dundee has had installed the first hot lockers technical functionality. What we wanted to do with the technology is actually enabling those two journeys to be as seamless as possible, but also not clash with one another. And the hot lockers have allowed us to do that. Not only makes it easier for our back of house staff, because once they prepare those meals, they are able to load them into the lockers. Those lockers have the ability to actually preserve our food for quite a long period of time at optimum quality, and therefore extends the ability for our guests to enjoy at home the quality of that food, because the technology has allowed that. And the drivers don't have to wait for our members of staff to prepare that food when they arrive. And for them, it's really important to be in and out of our premises as quickly as possible. Technology has allowed us to service main different streams without that clash, with what I call a frictionless experience. And that goes hand in hand with the technology we have in our kitchens. We at Fridays have partnered for many years with QSR, and we found that within our suppliers landscape, we tend to work with very few trusted partners. And for us, it's really important to have the same ethos. And with QSR, we find that they understand what we need to bring in from a technology point of view, and therefore are able to deliver on the service and the requirements we give them. And what that technology does is it allows our kitchen to operate really efficiently. Connect Smart Kitchen is a technology from QSR Automations, but with Fridays&Go, we're taking it to the next evolution, because a quick service restaurant has a different priorities and different pinch points compared to a traditional style restaurant. The speed of service is much faster, and therefore it's really important the food gets prepared in a timely fashion and it gets packed in a timely fashion. And what we are able to do with our kitchen technology is every station where different items are prepared are managed extremely efficiently. What the technology does is it helps our chef making sure that they are preparing everything as it needs to be prepared and in the right order. That helps us in our reduction of emissions strategy as well, because that means we have less wastage. With the technology, we are able to forecast what we need to prepare based on previous sales. All our systems are connected with our stock receivable as well to understand what we have in, what we have out. The technology allows us to very quickly remove items that are not available out of stock. So again, from a guest point of view, we're able to manage guest expectation. And the way that kind of works from a guest journey point of view is that we have very strict times in which we need to cook items, and we need to assemble them, and which we need to pack them. And that's all part of the guest experience and our promises to our guests. And therefore, for example, for a burger, between being ordered and being delivered, we have a 2.5 minutes turnaround time. The side dishes are ordered with that are prepared at the right time to make sure they're delivered to an optimum quality. What Connect Smart Kitchen does for us, but also what allows us to do, is to make sure that our chefs are actually supported in their journey, and therefore kind of takes away the guesswork into everything the chefs need to do. Automation is best when it's able to support that journey and not takes over from the journey. But what's really important is from an efficiency point of view and a labour point of view is that all our systems are fully integrated. When order is received from a kiosk, from a till, from a click and collect, or from a delivery partner, it goes directly into our till system. The till system then puts it directly into our kitchen queues. Everything is orchestrated really like a maestro would do, orchestrating their orchestra, and it all happens in unison. I have a duty in my job to make sure I do due diligence on everything that we're actually thinking about doing, and all our partners that work in our ecosystem. QSR was able to actually support us in what is a new venture really for Fridays. You know, QSR concept was not something that we had dealt with before, and therefore we had to understand what was the right partner to make us understand what the pitfalls were during the process and to be able to eliminate them before they even applied. So at Dundee, for example, the QSR partnership has been really important because the guys don't just come in, support you before the launch and then, you know, you're on your own. They actually sit here during what we call a soft opening, look at the operation, understand what needs to tweak, make advice, go behind the kitchen, understand, you know, our products, talk to our chef. You know, the relationship with our chef is really important because at the end of the day, they are the one that delivering, they are the one that using the technology. And with every piece of technology, if it's not making the life easier of that person using that technology, it's just going to be rejected. And what QSI has always been able to demonstrate is actually do understand the industry, they understand the model, they understand Fridays, and for us they have been the exact correct partner, and they demonstrated that not just in Fridays&Go but also in what we do with them across the estate. Gosh, it's been a huge success story for us and for the market as well, in terms of, you know, where the brand is going and what we're doing with expanding our proposition. We've been extremely praised for the quality of our food and what we're delivering. We always knew we wanted to develop this brand and grow it quite exponentially. We have a plan of at least 30 new Fridays&Go over the next 3 years, and that's, you know, the bare minimum ambition. It's actually solidified our ambition and our belief that actually we've got something really powerful to grow the brand in and to make it accessible to cities where potentially we wouldn't have a footfall big enough for traditional Fridays.